spent a happy 6 years at Lincoln Elementary School from 2004 to 2010. On my first day of kindergarten, my first day at Lincoln, I had just turned 5 years old. Lincoln then was the same as the school you see today, only the students' faces have changed. This day was the beginning of a long chapter in my life, one that I like to think is, was, and will be very good. When I returned to Lincoln for the centennial celebration on Wednesday, October 16th, everything was 3 times smaller than I remembered it being. The ceilings were lower, the chairs were lower to the ground, the stairs weren't as steep, even the overall architecture seemed to have changed. I remembered Lincoln as a sprawling, towering, endless maze of ancient rooms and long staircases, but now it seemed to have shrunk. As I walked down the hallways and through the rooms, I was overwhelmed with nostalgia for things I didn't even know I remembered. In the 1880s, people were moving out to quiet, beautiful places like Lakewood to get away from smoggy, industrial, and ever more crowded Cleveland. What had started as just a few getaway homes and bumpy streets was evolving into a small city. Finally, the people of Lakewood wanted to become an official suburb, which meant creating their own Board of Education separately from Cleveland. Between 1890 and 1922, the original Lakewood schools were built. Lincoln was among these, built in 1913. Lincoln was among the last schools to be built in this construction frenzy, and it was the biggest school in Lakewood. Later, more additions were added on to Lincoln, but otherwise the school has been a beacon of unchanging history while every other establishment in Lakewood changed around it. I walked into Lincoln with a very limited knowledge of really anything. I didn't yet understand what it meant to have a solid work ethic, to have to work hard to get what I wanted. Lincoln was where I learned that not everything comes to you easily, and where I was inspired to learn, to succeed, and to be great. The days I spent at Lincoln taught me to believe in myself and take risks in order to get places that I wanted to be. Many say that high school is where you learn to be an adult, but in my opinion, your first years of school are your most important. I spent those years at Lincoln, and there couldn't have been a better place for me to be.